The first rule of Fight Club, you don't talk about Fight Club. Okay, lads. Imagine a world where you're stuck in a dead-end job, buying things you don't need, trying to impress people that you don't even know. And imagine blowing that world up. Be some satisfaction in many ways, wouldn't it? That, my friends, is Fight Club. That's what this is all about. It's a masterpiece that grabs you by the collar, shakes you awake, and dares you to ask, am I living or am I just existing? And if you haven't seen it yet, you're missing out on one of the most mind-bending, adrenaline-pumping, soul-searching experiences in film history. Wow. Now, Fight Club isn't just a movie, lads. It's a rebellion wrapped in a psychological thriller. And, on the surface, it's about a man played by Edward Norton. He's tired of the more boring modern day life office job, right? The guy's going crazy. He's stuck in a consumer-driven existence, numbed by the IKEA catalog shopping, and he doesn't sleep. And then in comes Tyler. Brad Pitt, baby. I mean, this is one of the movies that really put Brad Pitt on the map as like a Hollywood heartthrob, and probably one of the coolest, most charismatic Hollywood actors of all time. Genuinely, this was one of his best. And it's together the two lads, they ignite a movement, Fight Club. And it's a raw underground community where men pummel each other, not just for glory, but to feel alive. And here's the twist. Tyler's not just challenging the system, he's challenging the narrator's entire reality. Now, why do you think I'm calling it narrator? Well, you'll see. Fight Club isn't just a movie about fighting, it's about fighting back against society, conformity, and even yourself. Now, let's paint the picture, lads, here. The background. Directed by David Fincher. Fantastic. Absolutely fantastic directing. Fight Club, it was released in 1999, so we're going way back here, lads. A time when society was kind of teetering on the edge of the new millennium, right? It was the perfect storm of cultural dissatisfaction, you could say. And people were questioning corporate greed, materialism, the empty promises of capitalism, genuinely. And Fincher brought that to life with his signature dark, gritty style in this movie. And the movie dives into themes of identity, masculinity, mental health, all wrapped up in razor-sharp dialogue and unforgettable visuals, lads, really. And let's not forget the legendary Helena Bonham Carter. I mean, if you think this woman is mad, woo, 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 the chaotic wild card who stirs up both love and destruction. And then the story takes a wild turn, lads, a dramatic 180. It grows beyond its basement roots. It starts as a raw primal escape for a handful of men, transforms into a full-blown anti-establishment movement called Project Mayhem. And Tyler's philosophies become way more extreme, more dangerous. The narrator, our guide through this madness, it starts to unravel. And the tension builds as the lines between what's real and what's imagined blur. We, the audience, we're kind of pulled into the chaos, questioning everything we know about the characters, the story, and even ourselves. And then the moment of truth hits us like a freight train. I'm not giving anything away, by the way. Okay? But there is one of the greatest twists of all time that you'll ever see in a movie. All I'll say is this. It flips the whole movie on its head. Suddenly every fight, every conversation, every act of destruction takes on a new meaning. And it's not just about rebellion. It's about self-destruction as a path to self-discovery. And, no, we're going to leave it there on that part. Now, then at the end of this twist, lads, you do sort of wonder, was this all worth it? What was this all about in many ways? Fight Club doesn't hand you answers. It forces you to wrestle with its meaning. And, it's about breaking free from shackles, but it's also a cautionary tale about losing yourself in a process. Fight Club, it's more than a movie. It's a mirror, lads. It forces us to confront our own lives, our choices, and the systems we buy into without question. I mean, I think you'd be amazed. Like, if you're really paying attention to this movie, you'll be amazed how people can actually get brainwashed in real life. And now I know we're talking about a movie here, but you know, if you're really focusing on watching, observing this movie, you go, oh my God, man, you know, this happens all the time. And it's a bit disturbing. I mean, it's gritty, it's provocative, it's utterly unforgettable. So if you haven't seen it yet, lads, what are you waiting for? But remember the first rule. And once you watch it, you'll never stop thinking about it.
Peter.
Wow.